Interstate Mafia, coming to a hood near you.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? This is Young Amsterdam in the building. Interstate Mafia DVD. I'm up in Mike Slick, Ivy Leaf Productions, Providence, Rhode Island. We out here, linked up in an exclusive area. Slick's been grinding for a while, but feel me? Quiet day today for the moment. You know what I'm saying? So we get into this interview. First off, for those who don't know, tell them who you are and how you got into producing music.
Mike Slick, man. A lot of people know me as Slick Mix. Producer, engineer. Yeah, I started off in church, really. You know what I mean, playing the drums and all that as a kid, and fell in love with hip hop, and naturally I just ended up going into the producing thing as far as like making beats and shit. I started off rapping like everybody else and shit, but fell in love with the music side and shit, so I just started fucking with the beats and shit. In high school, I had used to be in a music class and shit like that, so really that was the only reason why I was in school in high school too. It was just like me and a couple of other of my partners from the Hot Stoppers and shit like that. We used to just being in a music class, just making beats and shit. You know what I mean? Playing live instruments, all that, and now it's full time now. You know what I mean? It's no more bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm a grown man now. Running my own studio and shit like that. So yeah, still putting in that grind too, that footwork, but I did enough to where, you know what I mean, I could do it a little bit more comfortable than the other niggas do. But yeah.
So what's the first program or that you started producing beats on?
First program fucking was Fruity Loops, FL Studio. Fucking like the first, like one of the first versions, like version 3 and shit like that. Started fucking with that. And that's when niggas was clowning this shit. You know what I mean? You couldn't. It was crazy to be making beats on a computer when I started out. So you know what I mean, I went to the MPC and shit. Fucked around with that for like 2 years. And I came back to the computer to Fruity Loops, cause shit, it's the future. You know what I mean? And that's what I was used to. Started fucking with that. Fuck with Reason. I'm making beats on Pro Tools now because I record everybody and shit like that. But I fuck with everything, man. I try to be versatile. I ain't trying to get left in the dust and shit, so I'm always trying to fuck with the next new thing.
Okay. So with that, what motivates you to make new beats?
What motivates me? Shit. I like hearing new artists, man. I like hearing artists that I don't usually work with. That motivates me to work on new music. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go hard. You can go hard with trap beats, hip hop, all you want. After a while, it gets boring. You gotta go to R&B. You gotta, you know what I mean, do some different shit and come back. Whatever you learn from there, come back and fuck with the hip hop. You know what I mean? Like I feel that what accelerates me with my beats and mixing and all that. Cause I'll go and do some shit for like a techno artist or fucking, you know what I mean, house or pop or some shit like that, whatever. Learn that shit and just bring it back to hip hop to elevate hip hop. You know what I mean? You can't just be doing rap all day and shit like that, cause then it gets boring. But yeah, I like working with new artists. I listen to other producers too, man. Like see what they got. You know what I mean? I go to my Hot Stopper brothers. You know what I'm saying? Or my nigga Kit, the real 23, he got some fire too. That's a nigga who always, he keep me on my ass, you know what I mean? Like, I won't see him for like a whole month and he'll come back with some crazy ass shit, so it just make me up my game a little bit.
I know you have, since you record artists, I know you've well, artists, what type of a feel do you get when you work with different artists from different genres in the music game?
Shit, I get like everybody got their own vibe to them. You know what I mean? Like as a producer, you know what I mean, and or engineer, all that is like I gotta go off it. Your vibe as an artist, you know what I mean? When you come in the studio, if you on that street shit, I'm thinking about killing a nigga. If that's what you trying to do, and not in that type of sense, but you know what I mean? But that energy, if that's what you trying to translate into the music, I gotta feed off of that. You know what I'm saying? If you come in here on some love song shit too, I'ma be on that type of energy. So, you know what I mean? Like that's pretty much my job. But I try to coach everybody. You know what I mean? The best I could. As far as like sometimes, you know what I mean, people might come in with the wrong type of energy for a certain song. I gotta guide them towards that direction, but.
So you work with all type of artists, all type of genres?
Yeah, all types, man.
Is that genre or
everything but rock. I ain't done no rock yet. You know what I mean?
So are you looking to work with a rock artist?
Oh hell yeah! I'm setting up my studio now, so I could be recording some bands soon. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have my hands in everything. You know what I mean? Hip hop is home. You know what I mean? But sometimes I just gotta venture off
And
do some other shit. You know what I mean? And bring it back.
Yeah. So what has been your biggest struggle as a producer?
Biggest struggle I'll probably say, man, is like I feel like a lot of artists bullshit themselves, you know what I mean? And I came up with the whole mentality with being a producer is like, you know what I mean? Like, if a certain artist is gonna make it, they gonna take you with them and shit. And I've been dealing with that shit my whole life, nigga. I've been doing this music shit since, you know what I mean? So it's like, now as a grown man, it's like, I don't count on that shit so much. It's like really, it's my biggest struggle as a producer is really branding myself as a producer, like an artist. You know what I'm saying? So that way, I'm not too dependent on an artist. You know what I mean? To take me there. You know what I mean? I want to make my own success in my own lane. You know what I'm saying? That's the hardest part, man. I would encourage, man, any producers out there, man, just brand yourself, man, and put out projects for yourself. Don't always worry about, you know, doing a whole project for someone else. Do a project for yourself, man. And, you know what I mean? Get your artists together and put a project with your production or whatever on there.
So with all the music producers out there in the world, what made you think that you can keep yourself relevant and abreast in this world? I mean, in this entertainment field. Keep you successful in this field.
That's a tough question. I think I got a really good knowledge of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas can make beats all day, but that's not really producing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm valuable as a producer. There's some producers that just sit in the crib, make beats, and just send them out. But I'm more valuable in the studio with an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you put me in the studio with any artist, we're gonna get a lot of work done. Like, I make a beat from scratch. You know what I mean? I reorganize beats. I help niggas with their lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really produce. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be there. I'm in the studio. I'm on the desk when I'm recording niggas. Like, I don't even like other niggas mixing, recording.
So basically, you differentiate the difference between a producer and a music engineer.
Yeah.
Because people get it twisted in when they go to studios, when they book time, they'll go to a high quality studio in Manhattan or some place where they're paying $100 an hour and stuff like that, and they expect to get that love and care from that engineer, but they have to realize that engineer is just somebody that's going to engineer your vocal.
Exactly. He just, you know what I mean? He's not gonna give you feedback. He's not gonna, you know what I mean, help you make a hit record. Like, niggas come in here with songs, you know what I mean? And people know me for my mixing or my beats or whatever, but they don't really realize that I'm in here helping them make a dope ass song, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll sit here and be like, yo, this ain't working, let's take this out and replace it with, like, I really do that shit. Like, an engineer's gonna just press record and, you know what I mean, and mix your shit, you know what I mean? But he ain't really gonna give you that feedback. He ain't gonna really put his foot in it like I would, you know what I'm saying? Like, so even if it's someone else's beat, I feel like I'm still producing, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm calling shots. The beat maker's not here. I'm in here. I'm in the trenches with you right now. You know what I mean? Like, calling the shots and making sure this record comes out to the best it could be.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what makes me valuable, and that's why a lot of people fuck with me, man. Like, people come to me with half songs or a whole song, and they be like, yo, I need your input. I need your thing. So we, you know what I mean? As soon as when we lay down everything, we listen, sit back, listen to it, and break it down, and see what's gonna make the record work better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. So maintaining a successful career takes a lot of work and commitment. How much time do you dedicate towards your work?
Shit. As much time as I got, man. I'm niggas know me. I'm in the studio every fucking day. Like, I don't really take no days off, man. Like, when I do take a day off, it's like every 4 months I'll take like 3 days off. I shut my phone off and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I'm in the studio every day. I'm in here, like, I just had a daughter, and I think that's the only thing that slows me up a little bit. You know what I mean? But even now, like, I can honestly say I haven't even seen her in 2 days. You know what I mean? And it's real. Like, that's how serious this shit is to me. You know?
What's one of your major sacrifices you have to sacrifice to make this business happen? It could be anything.
Major sacrifice, man.
That you want, or something that you have to give up, or just because you know to take this on. Major
Shit.
sacrifice.
Work, man. I quit working. I said, fuck that shit. I'm not working no more. You know what I mean? I don't think.
Give them specific, like you're not working for somebody else.
Right, a job. You know what I mean? Like, I let that shit go, and as soon as I did that, man, like, shit really started opening up for me, man. Like, niggas was just hitting me up left and right, you know what I mean, to work in the studio and shit like that.
Look, don't get people a misconception, because a lot of kids will hear you say, yeah, I stopped working, and you have to have a real genuine skill that you acquired to say you're gonna quit working for somebody else. If you don't have a God-given skill that people call you for, which is an expertise, to get paid for that, then I don't advise none of y'all young kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not saying just to go out and just quit your job or nothing. But as far as for me, it's because I know this is what I want to do as, you know what I mean, for a living, you know what I mean? And that was a sacrifice I took, you know what I mean? I just said, I ain't going back to work. And then it ain't easy, you feel me? Like, I put in a lot of groundwork to even be comfortable to say that. But when I did finally do it, it was definitely like, I felt like I should have done it way earlier. But it's just, when you fuck around with bullshitters and shit like that, man, you end up bullshitting yourself. So it's just, I had to cut off certain people too. But yeah, I think like quitting my job was probably like one of the most major sacrifices I had.
Major sacrifice. So what are some of the skills or tools you can obtain to be successful in this field?
Skills, man, is you get knowledge of music, man, and it's hard to explain because it's not really something that you can just really go to school for. Like people do go to school to be engineers and producers, but they wasn't doing that back in the day. You know what I mean? So I can't even say I was gonna go to school for it, but I ended up not doing it, and I just end up just putting in work and figuring out myself. But you know, just knowing music, man, and having a good ear, man. You gotta use your ears really to really understand what's going on. I can't even say like what tools and shit like that, because nowadays like technology is so crazy. It's something new every year. So right now I'm using Pro Tools and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But next year, 2-3 years from now, it'll be some whole other shit. You know what I mean? When I started out, niggas was on the big mixing board, and you don't even need that shit no more. You know what I mean? I chose not to get that for the studio because everything's all digital. But yeah, like nowadays, man, all you need is a computer, man. Like you don't need the big studio anymore. Like people get that fucked up. It looks nice, it's fancy, and that's the orthodox way of doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't need the big fancy studio with all the. You don't need that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks nice and it does still sound good. And if you're from that era, and that's what works for you, then definitely fuck with it. But nowadays, man, like I did some crazy ass records that's spinning on the radio right now in someone's bedroom. You know what I mean? Off of my laptop. It's just all about knowing your tools. It's not even so much about your tools. A hammer's a hammer. It don't matter what brand it is. You feel me? Just knowing how to use your tools and knowing which tools to use for what song or whatever situation or what artist you're working with. But really, knowledge is over all of that. You know what I mean? People with lack of knowledge think that they have to be in a big ass studio. I was like that too when I started out. You know what I'm saying? But once I got my hands dirty, I was like, yo, it's not that serious. You know what I mean? It's not that complicated if you put your mind to it. You know what I mean? I did studying online and shit, watch YouTube videos, I read blogs on engineering and all that shit. Like, it's serious. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, I just learned it yesterday. That they, like, you don't have to go to school, but you still gotta learn shit. You know what I mean? You got this still technical shit. It's an art, but it's still technical shit that you gotta know.
So last but not least, if there was one word to describe your experience working as a music producer, what would it be?
One word?
Yeah.
That was crazy. I would say grind, man. Grind. That's all I could say, man. Like, just put in work. You'd be surprised, man, what happened when you put in work. A lot of people like to sit back and ask people how do they do this and that, and they don't realize just by looking at someone you can figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to sit here and be like, yo, how this dude get this shit done? And when you actually just do it, then you figure it out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to sit on their ass and think there's a shortcut to getting shit done. It's not always a shortcut. Sometimes you just gotta put in work, and sometimes the work you put in might not show off for now or tomorrow or next month. It'll come like 3-4 years down the line. It is what it is, but it's a marathon. So I would just say grind, definitely grind, man. Like I was always good with the music and producing and shit like that, but it's like I just started grinding hard, and that's when people really started noticing me. Like to where the point I don't really have to introduce myself. People just say, oh yeah, you're slick. You know what I'm saying? Because they heard my work. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just definitely grind, man.
Grind till when you enter the room, they already know who you are.
Exactly. I feel like it's starting to get to that point right now. What else? I was gonna say something else. Fuck. But yeah, just put in work, man. Just and be smart about your shit. It ain't about who the best artist or best producer is, man. It's about who the smartest one is. The smartest ones are the best, and people don't notice that. They think that they're the best because they got everybody fucking with them. It's like, nah, they were smart enough to figure out how to get their fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's talented. You know what I mean? Like, there's a nigga out there better than Jordan, but Jordan was smarter. You know what I mean? The nigga that's better than Jordan's probably in the hood bullshitting. You know what I mean? Never made it out the hood, never got his mind right to really brand himself and get himself out there and shit like that. So I just say grind, man, be smart, man. I don't really care about being the best producer. I just want to be the smartest one. You know what I mean? So people remember me when I'm done with this shit. Like, they gonna know. Real shit.
So let them know where they can find you at on social networks. If they want to get in beats, let them know the studio time hours where we located. We in Providence, Rhode Island right now.
Providence, Rhode Island.
New England. So if anybody's out in the New England region, Providence, Rhode Island, looking to get any beats or looking to work with Mike Slick, Ivy Beat Productions, you know what I'm saying? Get his information.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm in Providence, Rhode Island. Slickmix.com is the website. It's still under construction, but hopefully by the time y'all get this, y'all see this, it'll be up and running. Social media, Twitter, at Mike Slick HS. You can find me on Facebook, Mike Slick, on Facebook.
That's spelled the correct way.
Yeah, the correct way. Everything's no ebonics or nothing. Snapchat, Mike Slick HS. Instagram, Mike Slick HS. Yeah, just Mike Slick HS everywhere. HS stands for Heart Stoppers, man. That's the brotherhood where this whole music shit, the whole producing shit started, man. So shout out to Heart Stoppers too, man.
And if y'all don't know who the Heartstoppers is, man, they've been producing a lot of joints in the industry. Troy Ave, Fabulous, Boot Camp, Wu-Tang, Flowetry,
yeah.
Hood Stars, K-Dot, Drew Barrels, Key Money out here in Providence.
Young Lido,
BSB, right?
Mm-hmm.
Young Lido, BSB.
BSB too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, accolades is there. So, this is Young Amsterdam reporting out. Interstate Mafia DVD coming to a hood near you.